My friend Andy Wolf played me a tape of an amazing guitar player playing along with the conquering hero of the day, Michael Brecker. And they were playing Tommy Flanagan's Freight Train. And it was wonderful to hear a guitar player really keeping pace with Michael Brecker. And that guitar player's name was Jack Wilkins. And, you know, later I found out, he used to be in Buddy Rich's band, and he teaches at the Manhattan School of Music. So in 1993, when I was going to be hanging around in New York a little bit, I called 555-1212. You go, oh, well, you put the area code first. So in that case, it was 212. I reasoned that he probably lived on the island of Manhattan. And in those days, you could dependably surmise someone's area code on that basis. So 1-212-555-1212, and that puts you in touch with information for the 212 area code, Island of Manhattan. And they said yes, and I said, yeah, I need a number for Jack Wilkins, and they had it. And I called him and told him that I was looking to, get a grant and take some lessons. And he said, yeah, sure. And lo and behold, I got the grant, and I got down there and I got into his apartment. And by then I had picked up that album of his that I had heard a cut from earlier. And it was on an album, a label called Chiaroscuro, and it had Randy Brecker on it as well, and Jack DeJohnette. And I believe Eddie Gomez on bass. It was a beautiful album. And gave it a bunch of listens, and then I can remember going over to his place. He lived in a fairly high up apartment, and I went into his pad and we got out the guitars, and I can't communicate the thrill of having been there across from this incredible guitar player, and that he was sharing his time and his knowledge with me, and the view out of his windows. You could see the other buildings high up in the skyline there. For a young guy from Edmonton, it was quite a thrill. And he turned me on to all kinds of stuff, and he helped me get over some fears I had about playing on modal music, and he encouraged me to transcribe some Chick Corea, which I did. And he played me some really complex music, and he was so supportive. He said, like, you could learn this, man. You learn that in a second. And I know that he didn't know my playing very well. He's just right. You can learn those things. You can learn that stuff. Just do it. And he, showed me some things, corrected some things, talked about guitar technique, some stuff I still sometimes pass on to students. And yeah, he was remarkable, and he was a great guy, and he will sure be missed. And thank you for being in our world and in my world, Jack Wilkins.